Before attempting any service of the SkyWater 14, make sure that the machine is off and unplugged from the power outlet. Remove any high pressure from the lines by dispensing out of the cold and hot water vessel. Remove the back panel by unscrewing these 7 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then slide back down the back panel to access the back of the machine. Slide back and remove the top panel to gain access to the upper assembly. And then remove the front 2 screws in order to take off the front. To remove the front panel, lift the front panel upwards and then outwards. So in order to remove the side panel, we have to unscrew the 2 screws right here and also the 2 screws in the back. Now remove the side panel. Locate the 5 wires that are connected to the reservoir tank. With a wire cutter, cut the zip ties to free the restrained wires. Be extra careful not to cut the wires. When removing the wires, wiggle them back and forth until they release. Do not pull the wires apart as they might become disconnected. You will remove a total of 5 wires. Again, wiggle them apart. Do not pull. Remove the recirculation hole located at the top right of the reservoir tank. In the back of the machine, remove the John Guest pump tube by pressing the plastic tube pressing the plastic tube outwards while pushing the John Guest tube inwards. There's a specially designed groove located at the bottom of the reservoir tank to assist with removal. Pull the tank out and remove the ozone generator tube. Okay, in order to remove the float switch, it's first necessary to use your wrench and loosen at the top. Okay, after loosening the bolt with the wrench, maneuver the float switch and but in order to fully remove from the machine, you'll have to slice the 5 tabs and receptacles.
Action.
Cut the 5 tabs and receptacles.
Action.
The float outside of the tank. Before reinserting the new float into the tank, unscrew the first nut and the first washer. Now insert the float into the tank and bring the float wires through the small hole. Once threading the wires through the small hole, put on the washer and the nut and secure tightly. A wrench will be needed to make sure that it's as tight as possible. Before reinserting the tank back into the SkyWater 14, crimp the wires and reconnect the tabs and receptacles using your crimping tool. Repeat this step for all 5 float wires. For further clarity, please refer to assembly drawing 10010025 float switch assembly. When inserting a new tank, make sure to put the wires in the front so they don't become frayed. And reconnect the ozone tube first. After reconnecting the ozone tube, then reconnect the pump tube. By pressing the plastic tube inwards, ensure that it's tightly fastened with the John gas connection. Reconnect the float wires by matching the color. Black, red, green, white, and yellow. When reconnecting, use a zip string to tie the wires together, and using your wire cutter, clip the excess plastic. And when putting the wires back in the machine, place it securely behind the phone. And reinsert your recirculation tube. And you've successfully changed out the reservoir tank.